tonight at 8 on CBC. The following live special presentation is available in described video and may contain coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
To us.
And those who want to be us. Eyes, 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 eyes.
Oh my gosh, you guys, if I make out with Rick Mercer tonight, you cannot tell my husband.
I think you have a really good chance.
I feel
he
that too,
likes you.
yeah.
Where are all the hot celebrities hanging out? Surely they're around here somewhere.
I saw Yannick Bizon in the washroom earlier. That's how I realized I was in the men's by accident, but still, it was a thrill. And I have to say, he has a strong stream.
Oh my God, is that Jan Arden?
I was either walking the red carpet with Noah Reid from Schitt's Creek or a random hot guy, I don't know. I have no idea if it was Noah. I mean, I don't know, but...
Do you mind if I just set my lemonade here? I'm just gonna check for a lipstick.
Yeah. Oh my God. That guy, he's the horse trainer from Heartland. We should get his autograph.
Now, where are the real celebrities?
I don't know.
They must be here somewhere.
Are you a seat filler? Oh, I got a text from Chrissy. Oh, she's not joining us. Because she's following Catherine O'Hara around the red carpet.
I like her a lot.
She's lucky, she's lucky. Christy is our friend. She's like kind of the wobble. Oh my God, it's Jane Arden.
Where?
Oh my God, it is.
You're so tiny.
It took you guys a long, long time.
Oh my God, I can't believe we made it into the Junos.
Oh, come on. It's not the Junos, it's the Canadian Screen Awards. Biggest night in television and movies in Canada. Everyone who's anyone is here tonight.
Are you gonna host this thing or what, O'Connell?
Am I hosting it? No, no one's hosting it. And remember, we came up with that first.
All right, then I'll do it, okay? I'm gonna host this.
Not a good idea. Not a good idea.
it's
Look
up
at me.
to
Look at me.
I
No,
don't
no,
know
no,
how-
ladies, no, ladies, no. Oh, Bung. Really? You got this?
You got it, Jerry O'Connell.
Go get him, Bung.
Live from the Sony Center in downtown Toronto, it's the 2019 Canadian Screen Awards. And now, please welcome from King's Convenience, Andrew Fung.
Canada, make some noise! Hello and welcome. I'm Andrew Fung, and I've been waiting my entire life to have Jerry O'Connell tell me not to host the Canadian Screen Awards. I am very excited. For one thing, the new season of Kim's Convenience came out too late to be eligible for any awards this year, which means that none of us have to worry about hitting up the bar before our category, which means that I'm 1.5 complimentary cocktails deep and loving it. But there's a lot more to be excited about this evening. For one thing, 60% of the films nominated tonight were directed by women. Outside the gender spectrum, our honorees come from across the country, the globe, and the entire LGBTQ rainbow.
Hello, I'm here.
That's right. Our trophy ambassador for this evening is one of Canada's foremost drag queens from Canada's a Drag. Give it up for Tainomi Banks.
You're welcome, Canada.
We've got a great show for you tonight, and we plan to keep things moving. Just remember, if your speech runs long, you're gonna be standing up here on the stage in your fancy party outfit next to all of this. We're gonna make way for the evening's first presenter, so while we do, how about a round of applause for all of tonight's brilliant nominees?
The following segment is presented with described video, whether you need it or not. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage from Baroness Von Sketch Show, Meredith McNeil, and from Schitt's Creek, Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara and Meredith McNeil elegantly approached the microphone. Shots of the audience marveling at their grace and beauty. Applause fades into quiet reverence. Meredith is not nervous.
Meredith and I are thrilled to present the Canadian Screen Award for Best Actor in a Limited Series.
McNeil, not keen to follow that? Hello. Oh, sorry, that's too close. I'm so sorry. We're just take a look at the nominees, please? That's good. Thank you.
The nominees for Best Lead Actor, Drama Program, or Limited Series are Mark McKinney, A Christmas Fury; Billy Campbell, Cardinal, Black Fly Season; Alan Hocko, Caught; Fab Filippo, Save Me.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to
Billy Campbell, Cardinal, Black Fly Season.
Best Lead Actor Limited Series also went to Billy Campbell at the Canadian Screen Awards in 2018.
First of all, 45 seconds is not nearly enough. I want to start by thanking really our local cast and crew and all the people of Northern Ontario, particularly of Sudbury and North Bay. If there is a more friendly and professional and passionate place to make film, I just haven't been there yet. I want to thank Canada for being Canada. I'm a Yank, and I'm particularly thankful for Canada these days. I want to thank... Yeah. Please don't start the music. I want to thank so many people, but really I have to cut it down. I want to thank Giles Blunt for creating probably what will be the best role of my life. I should hang up my boots after this. I really should retire. Everyone in this venue knows the value of a good scene partner, how the person opposite you can improve your own performance. And I want to say, the last few years of working with Corinne Vanasse, really, she has me feeling a bit like a moon, like a pale reflection of her brilliance. And I want to thank you for what we've been building together. Yeah. Small people in Canada. But no less proud. And the last and final person I want to thank tonight, please don't start the music. She is undoubtedly the one and only reason I'm standing here. Without her encouragement and indeed self-sacrifice, I would not be standing here. I would not have played the role that I played. She was first my shipmate, and then my friend. She is now my partner and the mother of our 2 children, and she's Norwegian. So I want to say tusen takk, Shada, and I will soon be home. For all of us, absolutely all of us, every last one of us on Cardinal, I accept this for us. It's for us. And for us, I thank the Academy. Thank you.
Catherine and Meredith are back at the microphone. They look amazing together, like 2 best friends.
Are you hearing the voiceover?
No, I don't hear. I have to read some. Effervescent, strong, vivacious, and bubbly. These are just a few words that have been used to describe the 5 women nominated for Best Actress in a Limited Series. Yes.
Or I think they've also been used to describe Ginger Ale.
That's genius. Shot of the audience. They're loving it. The chemistry between these 2 is electric. Plus, they're both gorgeous. I mean, really good looking.
Okay, that's you.
Is it? Isn't
That's
it?
you.
I don't know. Is it? I have to do thing. Let's roll. Like we're gonna roll on the nominees.
The nominees for Best Lead Actress, Drama Program, or Limited Series are Mary Walsh, A Christmas Fury; Karine Vanasse, Cardinal, Black Fly Season. Tori Anderson, Caught. Amy Maticio, Save Me.
That's you.
No, it's you.
Oh, it's me.
It says me.
Oh,
It's actually
God.
Did you take my name?
My parents are watching. And the Canadian Screen Award goes to...
This is me. Karine Vanasse. Cardinal Black Fly Season.
This is Karine Vanasse's second Canadian Screen Award nomination for Best Lead Actress and her first win.
Billy, I'm crying already. Well, it's such a special crew. It's gonna be really emotional for me to go through it all. Giles Blunt, the author and creator behind The Cardinal World, thank you for creating Lise Delorme as a French-Canadian. Thank you for that. CTV, to have that kind of support from Network is just, it's so powerful. Thank you for believing in all of us. Tom, Corey, Randy, Mike, the PR team, Ali Page at the helm, thank you for that. Ewan, thank you. Our producers, Julia, Jennifer at Sienna Films. You lead us with so much grace and intelligence. I have so much respect for you. Thank you. Our director for season 1 and 3, Daniel Grew. You gave this show its emotional rigor. Thank you for that. Jeff Renfro, our director for season 2. Our writing team, Aubrey Nealon for season 1, Sarah Dodd for season 2, the entire crew and cast, Verlin. I'm thinking all my thoughts are with you. My team, we're doing this together, and I'm so proud of us, my agents. Alison Little, your instincts were right on for this project. Marie-Pierre, Alison Little, ART Montreal, sorry. Marie-Pierre Tremblay, Mélanie Bézil, Agence M. My American agent, Ken Lee, who's here tonight because he knows and respects how important it is for me to be part of Canadian TV, so thank you for that. The audience, there's we don't talk a lot on this show. We look at each other and you see those looks because you're paying attention. So thank you, because that gives meaning to it all. And Billy Campbell, yes, we all know that. It's your soul we see and it's your soul we love. Thank you.
Please welcome your next presenters from the Grizzlies, Anna Lamb and Paul Nutarariak.
Good night. We're honored to be here tonight presenting the award Best Writing in Comedy.
Tonight's nominees made us laugh and made us cry. Usually with laughter, but they can be pretty moving too.
Set in East Coast Trailer Park, Ganawage, Mohawk territory, downtown Toronto, and 2 small towns from anywhere, nowhere. Watching these shows is like taking a cross-Canada road trip with your funniest friend riding shotgun.
Or it's kind of like riding a small Arctic airplane with Paul. Let's take a look at the nominees.
The nominees for Best Writing Comedy are Letterkenny, Jared Kiso, Jacob Tierney. Mohawk Girls, Cynthia Knight. Nirvana, The Band, The Show, Andrew Appel, Robert Hyland, Kurt Lobb, Jay McCarroll, Matthew Miller, Jared Rabb. Schitt's Creek, Daniel Levy. Trailer Park Boys, J.P. Tremblay, Mike Smith, Rob Wells.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to...
Jared Kiso and Jacob Tierney, Letterkenny.
This is Jacob Tierney and Jared Kiso's 3rd Canadian Screen Award for Best Writing in a Comedy Series.
Thank you very much. I think there's a mistaken illusion that Jared and I do all the writing on Letterkenny. That's not true. We have an amazing group of writers that work with us. Jesse McEwen, Lynn Cam, Sonia Bennett, Jonathan Torrens, Trevor Risk.
Jason Kitts.
Jason Kitts. Thank you so much to all of them. Thank you to our amazing, amazing cast who bring our words to life.
Thank you to our very talented director. I can't remember his name. He's really good too. Thank you to everybody at New Metric, everybody at Crave, everybody at Bell. We're thrilled. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
And now to present the first special award of the evening from Murdoch Mysteries and Still Standing, Johnny Harris. And from this hour have 22 minutes, Susan Kent.
Growing up in Newfoundland, I idolized Mary Walsh. I mean, we all did. A fearless and hilarious woman in the often male-dominated comedy world who commanded an audience all on her own.
In addition to being a role model for women, Mary was something of a hero to Newfoundlanders. Back in an era of derogatory Newfie jokes, she really turned the tables by creating some of the sharpest, smartest political satire in the country.
Now, Mary is a sweetheart. She's known for giving back to her community and supporting new comedic talent. In fact, she gave Johnny and I our first break, casting us as her kids in her award-winning show, Hatching, Matching, and Dispatching.
But before all that, she seamlessly transformed into a multitude of characters as a founding member of the epic sketch comedy troupe Heroes of Ours, Codco.
Yeah.
The satire and characters kept coming as she went on to co-create This Hour Has 22 Minutes.
Yeah. The roles she invented expanded what was possible for female comedians. Mary Walsh characters are not just funny, they're iconic.
If you're Canadian and you don't know who Mark Delahunty is, you should be smacked upside the head with a plastic sword.
Mary is also a writer, director, and producer who is used to winning awards at this point, including 18 Geminis, the Order of Canada, honorary doctorates from both Trent and McGill universities, and a Governor General's Award for Lifetime Achievement in the Performing Arts.
And Mary,
Incredible.
Mary has always used her powers for good and is a frequent advocate for those with mental health and addiction issues. Tonight, we're honored to bestow Mary with the Earl Grey Award, presented to a Canadian actor or actress in recognition of their exceptional body of work in Canadian television.
Let's take a look now at some highlights from the career of the one and only Mary Walsh.
Come see you every day, I promise. I'll come.
Everybody in Newfoundland is funny, first off. I felt always that I wasn't as funny as everybody else. So it took me a long time to recognize that I did have some actual talent.
Practice on me.
I don't even know why they let me be in Codco, actually, because I used to act towards the back of the stage. I really desperately got very competitive then, because other people were getting laughs, and, you know, I really wanted to get those laughs.
Aren't you awake yet, Brian? I've been up for days.
I wanted to do a late-night show where we do the news of the week.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's 22 Minutes masculinity correspondent, Dakey Dunn.
Jennifer Lawrence said, if we looked at our nudie pictures, we should all cower in shame. Oh, I got a better idea, Jenny. Shag the shame and the humiliation. Let's all just get naked.
Young Triffy, I had a wonderful, wonderful time directing the film.
Oh my God! It's all right, Princey. Honey, Mommy's here. Sit down, Lemmy. Sit down, Mommy. Won't let the dirty old beggars get her Princey.
Furies, funeral parlor, ambulance service, and wedding hall, hatching, matching, and dispatching.
And it was when Jerry Seinfeld was very popular, and they were doing shows about nothing, and I said, let's do a show about everything.
When she was young, see, I put her in the taekwondo and the jiu-jitsu and the karate and the boxing, you name it. I took it all. Oh, yes, because with the personality and the facial features of a darling, I figured you better know how to fight.
I really want to entertain. I mean, I'm an actress. I'm looking to get that response. I'm so grateful that I'm doing what it is that I want to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in honoring our friend and colleague, Mary Walsh.
Oh, thank you, you guys. Oh. Thank you. God love you. Thank you. Oh, my God. To have Susan and Johnny give me the award and to just get the award. Okay, I have to put on my glasses because, you know, I just started wearing them back when I was young. I didn't wear glasses. Of course, that was back before the earth hardened. Anyway, on behalf of the Academy and everyone here, I want to first of all thank, acknowledge, and honor the ancestral traditional territories of the Ojibwe, the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee, the Huron-Wendat, and in particular, yes, in particular, the Mississauga of the New Credit, whose territory we are so grateful to be gathered on here tonight. I mean, to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award, you can only imagine the endlessly long list of people that I have to be grateful to. But the problem is, do I really have all that time? I mean, because let's face it, I am on the slippery slope side of 60 and really starting to pick up speed, you know. So, I mean, what did the guy in the Globe and Mail call me? A big, loud, opinionated old bag. And I know he meant that in the nicest possible way. And in a way, of course, he was right. I mean, my volume control button drifted up on deafen there years ago. My internal thermostat is permanently stuck up on cremate. I'm hot and loud, more like a glorious Caribbean carnival, really, than an actual human being. And big, well, I was always a big girl for 12, but now it turns out I am actually the size of 3 regulation-size Canadian actresses. So it stands to reason, doesn't it, that I owe 3 times the gratitude and 3 times the heartfelt thanks. I want to thank my son, Jesse Cox, who literally saved my life, and my husband, Don Nickel, who continues the job. I want to thank all my friends in Codco from whom I learned everything I know about the business, good and bad. The entire cast and crew of this hour has 27 years and counting, who have been unrelentingly the most decent, the most kind, and the best bunch of people anyone ever had the privilege of going in to work with. And I will be forever grateful for the delightful gift of getting to work with the brilliant ensemble of actors, writers, and producers who made my favorite show, Hatching, Matching, and Dispatching. And I really want to thank my 7 brothers and sisters who I love so deeply and who have been an unending source of comic inspiration all these years. Of course, thank you to Jill. I don't know where I'd be without her. My agency, OAZ, Michael, Perry, and Nick. The Mother Corp, the CBC Mothers. They're so wonderful, aren't they? And yet, so difficult by times. Finally, I want to thank the Academy for this great hour, for this great honor. And Newfoundland, always Newfoundland. Getting old has a pretty bad rap, hasn't it? I mean, it seemed that the best anyone could ever say about it was, getting old is better than death, but not by much. But, you know, turns out that's not true. I mean, it's been wonderful to be an older woman, because as an older woman, you get the opportunity to stop always straining to be the object of somebody else's desire, and you finally get the chance to become the subject of your own life. And that's when you can really that's when you can really start to live. Thank you. God love you. Thank you.
Coming up next, the cast of Letterkenny and Stephan James from If Beale Street Could Talk.
Don't forget to vote for your favorite Canadian star. The following program is a live broadcast and may contain coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
A gal at the bar said Canadian Pickers was her favorite TV show of all time, and you haven't been this turned on since you got your first semi at a Much Music video dance party.
You listen to lots of Sex with Sue growing up after seeing her on Jonavision, which is why you and your gal throw more hip than a judo champ.
You heard some folks saying we're in the golden age of Canadian TV, which is pretty neat and everything, but did you know that Kim Cattrall used to date Pierre Elliott Trudeau?
You agree that it's Mr. Dress-Up's turn on the Canadian Walk of Fame, but you's better leave a little bit of room down there for Casey and or Finnegan.
You got first runner-up for your Jeff from Today's special Halloween costume, but the night was ruined when your gal seen you talking to another gal about Muffy.
You think it's about time you give the Littlest Hobo theme the Lifetime Achievement Award? Might think about making it the Leafs goal song, too.
You stopped going to church because, like, well, it's just a wee bit too hot in there, but you can pray for a new FUBAR movie from home, so.
You remember the I Smell Burnt Toast Canadian Heritage Minute? Gave you such a complex as a kid, you skipped breakfast since grade 6.
You got into a shoving match with your friend's brother because he said Trailer Park Boys is pretty funny. Buddy, kids falling off bikes is pretty funny. Trailer Park Boys is hilarious.
You missed your childhood dog, Cito, because he's a pretty good dog and everything, but you miss kids in the hall quite a bit, too.
You were about to throw hands with a dude who spit his gum out just a wee bit too close to your foot one time, but his last name was McLean, and concern of a relation to Ron was enough to pump the brakes right there.
Bret the Hitman Hart is a Canadian icon, and that's why you put your little cousin into a sharpshooter for calling him Bret the Hitman Fart.
You got Yanks paying attention to Canadian TV in a pretty big way right now, because sure as God's got sandals, Yanks need the distraction. But you want to know what? We've had it sorted up here for a real long time now. So keep raising the bar, Canada. You're doing terrific.
From Blood and Water, Steph Song, and from Bad Blood, Kim Coates.
A great documentary has the power to move and entertain, but can also shine a light on untold stories, highlighting people, causes, and ideas that deserve a wider audience.
They can also make you seem very smart at dinner parties.
Documentary storytelling is a complicated dance balancing narrative and reality, fact and feeling.
If you aren't sure if someone you're saying is true, just say, I saw that in a documentary once. And people tend to believe you.
Here are the nominees for Ted Rogers' Best Feature-Length Documentary.
Beautiful.
The nominees for Ted Rogers' Best Feature-Length Documentaries are Anthropocene, The Human Epoch, Immaculate Memories, The Uncluttered Worlds of Christopher Pratt, Letter from Massangia, The Devil's Share, La Part du Diable, What Wallah Wants.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to...
Ooh. Anthropocene, The Human Epoch.
This is the second award from Anthropocene, The Human Epoch, which also won Best Cinematography.
Hi, I'm going to go fast. This is the third film in a trilogy that started with Manufactured Landscapes and then Watermark, both of which we won this award for, I think, right? And it's been an incredible journey and collaboration, 13 years with Ed and Nick, and also I have to add Roland Schlimm, our editor. Someone called us the three horsemen of the apocalypse. Sorry. But I will say that Anthropocene was inspired by the work of scientists. And if we have done our job in translating that work into something that is a bit more accessible to people, then we will have inspired the people who see it as well.
It's so happily shared with all of the other nominees and with all of our fantastic teams, and would not have happened without Bell. It airs this month, and TVO and Telefilm and Rogers and Ontario Creates and the CMF and the TELUS Fund. Thank you very much. That support is lifeblood for documentary filmmakers, Mongrel Media and Seville Films as well. Thank you.
What an honor to win this film, and what a privilege to work with these two amazing people to bring this work, Anthropocene, to the world. So I'd like to thank my studio. I'd like to thank the fantastic Julia Johnston, my partner, who has been so instrumental in helping all of this, keep me together and keep a lot of things together. So thank you all.
Here to present the Radius Award, please welcome from Winona Earp, Shamir Anderson.
The Radius Award presented by Made in New is a new addition to the Canadian Screen Awards. Its purpose is to recognize and highlight a new generation of Canadian talent making waves globally, which makes me especially proud to present the inaugural Radius Award to my brother, Stephan James. Stephan's impressive body of work started right here at home in Canada with Degrassi, The Next Generation, and his Canadian Screen Award-winning portrayal of Jesse Owens in Race. His international recognition surged playing civil rights icon John Lewis in Selma, and kept growing with the award-winning film If Beale Street Could Talk. From a young age, Stephan was never afraid to dream big. Our mother and I sat in this year's Golden Globes, where Stephan was nominated for Best Actor for his performance in Amazon original series, Homecoming. I'm also proud to be working with Stephan, producing our event, the annual Black Ball. Black is an acronym for Building a Legacy in Acting, Cinema, and Knowledge, which has the goal of bringing together Black creatives and industry professionals from all walks of life to network and support each other in this business. I mean, These two mama boys from Scarborough sure have come a long way. Mama, you did this. Please, let's take a look at the incomparable work of Stephan James.
Tish,
Yes,
don't you ever try to protect me.
but you were trying to protect me.
It is not the same thing.
It's just always been about choosing great projects. There's such important stories in the fabric of, our history, not just the Black history, not just American history, but world history.
Look, I got people looking at me for an example.
What do you mean, people? What people? Black people? Come on, I don't give a shit about any of that.
Yeah, well, you're white. You don't have to. But if we are really and truly for the people, well, then the people have spoken. And if they want to march, then I'm marching with them.
It's important that we retell these stories, especially with these iconic sort of figures, and hopefully show people the sacrifices certain people had to make. For me, it's just been an opportunity to be the vessel to share that information with the new generation.
Yes, I'll give you food, and I'll give you a bed, and I'll give you clothes. But you work for me for no pay. Is that agreeable to you?
And I ain't 6 days. Anything is agreeable to me.
There's no pressure for me to, rush into anything. I've always, been a person who takes time and, sort of feel things out.
You want me to die in here? You know what's happening to me? To me in here?
There's nothing more remarkable than when you come home with your success. And he's so incredible. He's the consummate professional.
I just want to continue to tell great stories.
Yeah, eh? Yeah, eh? Scarborough's out here. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in honoring my little brother, my friend, Scarborough's finest, Stephan James. Wow, wow. What an honor it is to be recognized by the Canadian Academy for the first ever Radius Award. It is always a humbling thing to be in the company of so many wonderful, talented Canadian artists, and the thought that I quite possibly might be considered one of those people has humbled me even greater. When I think about the Radius Award, an award given to honor a Canadian's contribution to the world stage, I can't help but to trace that journey right back here, more specifically to my hometown, Scarborough. It is a place where my mom, a single mom, raised me and my two brothers. It is a place that has afforded me a perspective that has been invaluable as I continue to navigate through my career. It is a place that has taught me about pain, love, hardship, and perseverance. A place where we allowed our imaginations to run wild as children, where a night like this was all just a dream. It has inspired me to make the most of every day and to never take anything for granted. And for this, I am truly grateful. 10 years into this career, I can finally take a minute to reflect on all the moments and all the people who have influenced the man that I am today. And some of those people just happen to be in this room. Thank you to my mother for every sacrifice you've made so that I'm able to stand on this stage today. You're my biggest fan and my biggest inspiration. I love you. Thank you to my brothers, Shamir and Sheldon. I know you're at home watching.
I hope Marley's watching too, my little niece. You're two of the hardest working young men I know. You both motivate me more than you could imagine. Thank you to my manager, Norbert Abrams. When the 15-year-old me walked into your office seeking representation, I'm not so sure you envisioned it turning out quite like this. But I'm grateful to have you along the way. And of course, thank you to the Academy and its board of directors for selecting me to receive such a distinguished honor. I will carry this with much pride. Finally, I want to dedicate this award to young Black boys and girls across this country. Perhaps you are watching this now. I want to tell you that your craziest dreams, your wildest imaginations are all possible, no matter where you are, no matter where you come from. Scarborough to the world.
And now to present the award for performance by an actor in a leading role from Carter, Jerry O'Connell, and the creator of Working Moms, Catherine Reitman.
Wow. What an evening we are having. I've been on my feet since 10 a.m. and I barely feel tired. It's like I'm walking on air.
Well, I got here at 7 a.m. and it's like I'm walking on 4-inch stilettos. Because I am. My feet hurt very bad.
You were up at 7 today?
7, I wish. What is this, my birthday? I was in hair and makeup at 7. I got up at 5 for a facial, pedicure, quick enema, blowout, tone, shine you in.
Hey, listen, I'm no stranger to a classic petty enema combo.
You know what? Spare me, O'Connell. All right, I saw the red carpet today. You dudes get to just roll out of bed and meet the press in some jeans and suit jacket combo like you're at the business class lounge of an airport.
Okay, well, I think it's fair to say some of us tried a little harder than...
Mary Walsh did not get a spray tan, so you guys could run up in your running shoes to collect Best Short Film.
All right. You know, Catherine, I didn't want to have to do this.
What's happening?
But no,
What are you doing?
no, hold on a second. I'm going to show you that we go through a lot more than you know. This is real.
Are you having trouble breathing?
No.
You look great.
It's a myrtle,
You look
okay?
great.
It's a man girdle.
It's a man.
I'm an actor, so I get it, Catherine. I get it, okay?
All right, I'm going to let you button up. This was fun. I'm just going to go ahead and let's roll the package for nominees for performance by an actor in a lead role.
The nominees for performance by an actor in a leading role are Michael Rowe, Crown and Anchor; Théodore Pellerin, Family First, Chien de Garde; Martin Dubreuil, The Great Darkened Days, La Grande Noirceur; Paul Nutarariak, The Grizzlies; Brandon Oakes, Through Black Spruce.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to...
Theodore Pellerin, Family First.
This is the first Canadian Screen Award win for Theodore Pellerin.
Oh, God. Okay. Sophie, thank you so much. Thank you for this part, and thank you for the woman and director that you are. I've never worked with someone who has the capacity to create such a creative, free environment for actors to just perform and have fun. And it was a freeing and a joyous experience. I'm not sure if that's a word. I'm not sure. I speak French, I'm sorry. Thank you, Etienne, incredible producer. Thank you, everybody who was on the team. It was just a joy to work on that. And I'm speechless. Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Please welcome your next presenters from Schitt's Creek, Annie Murphy and Eugene Levy.
It is our pleasure to present Best Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role.
You know, it's been an exciting year for Francophone talent. This category alone has 4 French-Canadian nominees.
It's interesting. May I just say to all of the Québécois filmmakers here tonight who are making so many outstanding motion pictures, bonsoir. Now that the show is ending, I am contractually free and clear to work and would be willing at my own expense to, how do you say, hire a tutor.
Annie, could you at least wait till we finish shooting our final season before you start hustling for another gig?
Well, you got to put the word out early so directors know you're available.
Oh, I see.
If you want to keep working.
Je suis very available as well.
And here are the nominees.
The nominees for performance by an actress in a leading role are Émilie Bière, A Colony, Une Colonie. Rosemary Perrault, Fake Tattoos, Les Faux Tatouages. Brigitte Poupard, Les Salopes, or The Naturally Wanton Pleasure of Skin, Les Salopes ou le sucre naturel de la peau. Carla Turcotte, Sashinka. Valeria Henriquez, The Padre.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to
Amélie Bière.
This is Emily Bière's first Canadian Screen Award win.
Okay. Wow. Hi, everyone. All right. First of all, I want to thank the whole cast and crew of this project, in which, I learned a lot as an actress, yes, but as this young woman that I'm trying to become, I want to thank my incredible castmates. 2 of them are right here. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you for everything. I want to thank my 3 big sisters, my 3 friends, the 2 producers, and the director of the film for believing in me. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I want to thank my family, my mom, my dad, and my sister for believing in me through this whole journey that I'm going through. I started when I was 5. I'll be 15 in May. And this is just like, this is a dream, guys. This is incredible. Thank you. Thank you.
Up next, the awards for Best Lead Actor and Actress Comedy, and Eric McCormick present the Academy Icon Award to the kids in the hall.
The Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television would like to thank CBC, Bell Media, Chorus Entertainment, and Rogers Media. The following program is a live broadcast and may contain coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, you guys. Totally seriously, if I make out with Dan Levy tonight, you can't tell my husband. He'd just be mad.
Oh, you don't have a chance.
I love your song, Insatiable. Insatiable. That's, oh my God.
Insatiable.
I'm starving, I just realized.
Oh, I'm starving
so
too.
hungry.
You guys are amateurs. When you come to these events, you have to come prepared.
Oh my God. Oh, my God. Crappy granola bar.
Hey.
Okay. Well, good. No. There we go.
You guys, we should really get going.
Now, just one more for the road.
One more little drinky
Yeah, just
one more little drinky
I'm gonna meet you guys out there.
You're not going anywhere, Jan Arden.
Oh God, is that a tooth?
That's where that was.
Both of our next presenters are 3-time Canadian Screen Award winners. Please welcome Wendy Crewson and Sarah Gatton.
Comedic performance is all about nuance. Nailing the rapid-fire dialogue, building the tension, and releasing it exactly at the right moment.
Or a hilarious wig.
Yeah, but there's also timing and careful human observation.
Or, like I said, a hilarious wig.
And now the nominees for Best Lead Actor Comedy.
The nominees for Best Lead Actor Comedy are Jared Keeso, Letterkenny, Jerry D, Mr. D, Jason Priestley, Private Eyes, Daniel Levy, Schitt's Creek, Eugene Levy, Schitt's Creek.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to...
Jared Keeso, Letterkenny.
This is the 6th Canadian Screen Award for Jared Keeso and his 2nd win of the night.
Hi there. I'd like to thank my wife, Magali, for laughing at pretty much everything I say. My work husband, Tierney. Mark Montefiore and Kara Haflitzen at New Metric, our partners at Bell, and of course the most lovable group of nutsacks I've ever had the pleasure of working with, our cast on Letterkenny. Thank you very much.
And now we are so proud to present the award for Best Lead Actress Comedy. These 5 hilarious women have delivered the funniest, most brilliant moments in comedy this year.
In or out of wigs. These inimitable actresses can be counted on to create fully realized and fully fabulous characters week after week.
Here are the nominees for Best Lead Actress Comedy.
The nominees for Best Lead Actress Comedy are Cindy Sampson, Private Eyes, Annie Murphy, Schitt's Creek, Catherine O'Hara, Schitt's Creek, Catherine Reitman, Working Moms, Danny Kind, Working Moms.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to
Catherine O'Hara!
This is the 4th time Catherine O'Hara has won Best Actress in a Comedy for her role in Schitt's Creek.
Thank you. Thank you, kind members of the Canadian Screen Academy. Wow, I'm ever so grateful to Eugene and Daniel Levy for creating a hilarious comedy that celebrates the sweetness of love. I am so proud to be involved in a show that laughs at the ridiculousness of all that we are, without malice or homophobia or racism or ageism. And it's a lovely thing to be a part of something that just might inspire us while we're laughing to let go of our lesser selves and love the others as we would be loved. Yeah, there's that. But this is what it's all about. Thank you.
Please welcome the Emmy Award-winning star of Travelers, Perception, and Will and Grace, Eric McCormick.
In 1993, I was in Los Angeles trying to get auditions because no one in Canada would hire me. I jest. Of course, I mean, no one in Toronto would hire me. I'm kidding. I did 2 street legals and a cats and dogs, so we're good. We're good. And as I whiled away my days in a crappy Hollywood sublet waiting for the phone to ring, I was glued to the TV watching Comedy Central because I had just discovered what millions of Canadians already knew: the genius of the kids in the hall. The Kids in the Hall was the result of 4 brilliant comic minds and 1 just okay comic mind. "30 Helens agree the current blockbuster wave of Canadian comedy, as well as sketch comedy worldwide, owes a debt of gratitude to Dave Foley, Bruce McCullough, Mark McKinney, Kevin McDonald, and Scott Thompson." Their wildly popular sketch show that ran on CBC and HBO from '89 to '95 fearlessly pushed the envelope during a conservative and divisive time in history. And thank God we're not facing those conditions anymore. They tackled kings and everymen, religion and sex, the morbid and the mundane, with a combination of everyday truth and unapologetic absurdity. They played female characters with an empathy and an accuracy that was kind of touching and kind of a turn-on. Their comedy was brave and unpredictable and personal and hysterical, very much their own and yet quintessentially Canadian. Each of them brought so much. I could do 5 minutes on my favorite characters, but let's let the kids speak for themselves.
It's my cabbage head, isn't it?
I'm a chicken lady. Go back to that 4-letter word. Work.
We weren't hip downtown people. We mostly came from dysfunctional, lower middle class or working class families. The group started in the early 80s, the tail end of the heyday of punk. That informed what we did a lot, was sort of the punk mentality. And that was part of doing the shows at the Rivoli.
Became the hottest show in town, the smallest room in town, but the hottest show in town.
You're not gonna let me forget that I have a cabbage for a head.
What, Gordon? He's only 16 and you bought him beer?
What? You're only 16? You're cut off, mister!
HBO were happy to have us, but they were in Los Angeles, so they only came up a couple of times a year.
What city are we in here? Did we move? Is this not LA?
Hey, where are we? Toronto?
CBC was right there, but our executive producer was Lorne Michaels, so they tended to leave that as hands up. So we were given money to do a show, and we were left alone.
Stop him! He's got my pen!
Let's face it, Ray, you're a girl drink drunk. We've got to let you go.
Now remember, when I put you on that stand, look in my eyes. Always.
The jury.
The jury? What's wrong?
It's made up entirely of my ex-girlfriends.
And then there's me. Actor, singer, dancer, model, Canadian.
Most of what we did, we just did it because it was right. Right for the scene, right for the comedy. And we rarely did anything purely for sensation.
There it is! I'm the assistant manager at Baskin-Robbins. Come with me.
I don't think we'll ever split up. No one will ever say we're split up. We'll probably always be together, just in different cities.
Thank God that's finally over.
And the winners of the Academy Icon Award for their unique and ongoing influence on Canadian culture are... So nervous. I knew it. I knew it. The kids in the hall. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Foley, Kevin McDonald, Scott Thompson, Bruce McCullough, together again, and Mark McKinney.
Hello, Mark. Hi, Mark.
Thank you. This is yeah, come on. Come on. This is you can do it. This is a big honor. When we first, yeah, do it, yeah. I just can't. Mark, why don't you do it? You're good with words. Words.
Words. Oh,
Would you, Mark?
of course.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Mark McKinney.
Thank you, Scott. Well, on behalf of all the kids in the hall, I'd just like to say, I'm crushing your heads.
He's crushing your head.
I'm crushing your heads, Canada. I'm crushing your heads, the Academy. I'm crushing your heads, Baroness von
Oh, sorry, Mark. I forgot to turn it off. It's a video chat request from Mark.
But Mark's right here. He's crushing heads.
Answer it, Dave. Yeah, okay. All right.
Oh, hey, guys, look, I just got the Google alert that we're winning some kind of award, but I'm sorry, I can't be there, because I've just discovered this thing called improv. It's the best. You don't have to do any writing. Look, check it out, check it out.
It's a dog.
It's still a dog. Anyway, I'm sorry I can't be there, but, you know, could you still send me my part of the money? Okay? And Scott, you still owe me for all the cocaine in the 90s. But great to see you guys.
Hey! Who's the real Mark?
Well, obviously, neither of them looks like the Mark I remember.
Well, honestly, none of you look like the guys I remember.
Oh. Let's ask.
Are you Mark?
No, I'm just here because Bruce gave me some peppermints.
Damn it, Bruce. Oh, we never should have started giving the real Mark peppermints to get him on stage. It worked. Well, you're wasting our time. Get out of here.
Get lost.
Oh,
go. Oh, she's a fraud. Look, clearly, to make us seem even remotely competent, it required an army of talented people. Now, we have posted an expansive list on Twitter at KITH Online of the people we would really like to thank, but tonight, with the time allowed, there are some thanks we want to make. And one is we'd like to thank Lorne Michaels for deciding we were worth keeping together as a group and giving us the opportunity that gave us all the other opportunities that have come our way. We would like to thank Pam Thomas and Diane Pauley for discovering us, Yvonne Fassan and the CBC, Michael Fuchs and HBO, Comedy Central and CBS for giving us a place to be seen, the Shadowy Men on a Shadowy Planet for making us sound cool, and our partners day-to-day on the show, the great John Blanchard, Cindy Park, Jeff Berman, Chris Cooper, Tom Joran, Dave and Kelly Macon, Norm Hiscox, Paul Bellini, Brian Hart, Gary Campbell, Frank Van Keeken, Wendy Moore, Hillary Corbett, Rachel Sutherland, and Michelle Daly. And lastly, we want to thank two women who contributed so much, not just to the look of our characters, but to their very essence. Often we were little more than vehicles for their creative genius, and we love them deeply. We lost them both this year. Judy Cooper-Seeley and Jerry Wraith. Thank you, Canada, and this is a great honor. Thank you, Academy. We hope to continue to be of service to you all in the future. Good night.
Coming up, Best Motion Picture, and we honor Deepa Mehta with the Lifetime Achievement Award.
In the world of TV and film, it can be tough to tell what's real. We can build mind-blowing special effects, iconic costumes, and extraordinary worlds. One thing that we know is real for sure, though, is you, the fans. And apparently these condiments. And that's why the Kojako Fund Audience Choice Award is so important. It's the only award decided upon by you. So stay tuned because Elise Bauman and I will be presenting. I just realized I walked into the counter again, I'm sorry.
following program is a live broadcast and may contain coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back to the 2019 Canadian Screen Awards, live from the Sony Centre. Please welcome writer, curator, and director of public programming at the AGO, Devyani Saltzman.
Tonight we honor Canadian storytelling. But what are Canadian stories and who gets to tell them? The recipient of tonight's Lifetime Achievement Award has asked this question and helped answer it. Deepa Mehta has expanded the breadth and scope of Canadian stories for audiences at home and abroad. She is an award-winning producer, director, and writer with a career spanning more than 40 years, and she shows no sign of slowing down. I may be a little biased. She's my mom. I know. For her Elements trilogy, she drew on family history, Indian politics, and collaboration with international authors to produce groundbreaking films that led to protests, a TIFF premiere, and an Academy Award nomination. Yes. Tonight, I am thrilled to honor Deepa for her transnational approach to filmmaking and commitment to telling stories across lines of gender, orientation, and place. I have never been more proud of her. Having been there to see the funding come through for her first feature, Sam and Me, and now watching her adapt as she wraps Layla for Netflix, 2 pilots, and Little America for Apple, and preps Funny Boy, a feature film based on Shyam Salvadoria's novel. Of course, this work is not done in isolation, and I'd like to acknowledge her producer and life partner, David Hamilton. Yes. As we honor the work they've made together. My mother's commitment to her practice is a constant source of inspiration for me. Let's take a quick look at her life and work.
They're stories about women, they're stories about gender, about choices that women have, or the lack of choices women have.
This isn't familiar for me. This awareness of needs, of desires.
Nothing had prepared me for the way the Shiv Sainiks attacked fire. I mean, nothing.
A lot of people protesting, your effigies being burned, stones being thrown at your sets being actually lifted and thrown into the river, the others being set on fire, getting bomb threats. I took a deep breath and came back to Toronto. And it's the first time I felt Canadian, like an epiphany that actually being Canadian means being safe.
Bitia. Bitia. याद है बिटिया जिससे तुम्हारा ब्याह हुआ था
ना
वो नदी के भेंट चढ़ चुका है अब तुम विधवा हो गई हो
When TIFF decided to open the festival with water, that itself was radical because here it was, a film that was a Canadian film. It wasn't in English and it wasn't in French and it wasn't in an indigenous language. We are a diverse country and we should be able to make out the films in any language that we wish to be as long as we're Canadian citizens or Canadian immigrants. That's what I love about Canada. You can be whoever you are, and I don't have to give up being an Indian. I'm immensely proud of being in order to be a good Canadian.
Ladies and gentlemen, Deepa Mehta.
if any of your parents here, you know how I feel. Speechless. That was amazing, Devyani. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. Now, thank God for the teleprompter. I'm extremely grateful to the Academy for this recognition of my work and moved by this gesture from my community, which to me is actually more than a pat on the back for a job well done, but also an embrace of belonging. Many of us are immigrants in this country, and from the outset are searching for a sense of home. The support and sponsorship I've had throughout my career from Canadian cultural institutions like Telefilm Canada, from Ontario Creates, from CBC, as well as from the film community, have contributed enormously to the growth of these roots. It would be remiss, thank you. It would be remiss not to acknowledge Hussein Amarshi, the CEO of Mongrel Media, the distributor of all our films, who is now family. Ellis Jacob of Cineplex Canada, who continues to show independent cinema in all his movie halls and is the purveyor of the best samosas in Toronto. He is. They're really good. Marinez Lenton, the producer of indie films, who now breeds more diversity in CBC's long-form programming. Thank you, Marinez. Cameron Bailey, who was kind enough when I was really nervous to accompany me in a cab all the way to Kingston, which was very exotic, for my first film festival in Canada, after TIFF. But last and not the least, Piers Handling, whose vision and love of cinema have opened so many doors for so many Canadian filmmakers. Piers, you're really special. I have been described, wherever you, I hope you're here. I have been described as a controversial filmmaker, a feminist filmmaker, a lesbian filmmaker, an anti-war filmmaker, and a terrible filmmaker. I'm not objecting to any of these portrayals. Well, maybe being called terrible isn't so nice. But I would like to think that the common theme in my work is that of tolerance and understanding and accepting of the other. This does not mean that to create a just society, we must be tolerant of intolerance. Succumbing to the intolerant voices in our current world will create societies which are fragmented into silos of self-interest. This appears to be the direction in which our world is heading. Even Canada, which until recently seemed to be bucking under this trend. Let's ensure that we protect it and keep it from going the way Trumpland has. Really. Thank you. All art is political. Toni Morrison said that. And we in this room must ensure we continue to create a country that is not divisive and where dialogue continues to be possible. Clearly, whatever we achieve in this life is largely the result of the support from our family, our friends, and our community. My parents were supportive of my flights of fantasy and indulgent of my strong-headed nature. Well, they called it pig-headed, actually. But also meticulous in instilling in me a sense of discipline and social conscience. My brother Dilip, along with my life partner and producer David Hamilton. I do love you, David, you know. I really do. Without whom nothing is possible. I've all carried this further into my adult life. And now it's my daughter, Devyani Salzman, who has been passed the torch. Her role as the Director of Public Programming at AGO, at the edge of literary and multidiscipline aesthetic, has provided her with a chiseled and unique perspective on today's social, political, and cultural movements. Devyani, along with Maithili Venkataraman, Federica Foglia, Molly McGlynn, Dusty Mancinelli, Salash Pashtnoor, Anita Gori, Gurbani Marwa, and Amit Bhala continue to inspire me as I move to hobble to my next phase of life. This award belongs to all you young actors, filmmakers, writers, and in the immortal words of Mr. Spock, live long and prosper and kick ass. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canadian film and television's triple threat, Jennifer, Sarah, and Tamara Podemski.
It's funny, but not so funny, that only a handful of years ago, just 17% of Canadian films had female directors. Because in our experience, we've had the privilege of working with predominantly female and very powerful directors, like Shirley Chichu,
Adrienne Mitchell,
and Norma Bailey.
So tonight we're extra excited to see that 60% of the directors nominated are women.
Talent has no gender, and all of tonight's nominees have demonstrated extraordinary leadership, strength of vision, and an ability to balance a film's creative ambitions with its technical and human requirements. It is a pleasure to introduce the nominees for Achievement in Direction.
The nominees for Achievement in Direction are Geneviève Duluth-Decelles, A Colony, Une Colonie. Sophie Dupuis, Family First, Chien de Garde. Jasmine Mozaffari, Firecrackers. Danielle Roby, Just a Breath Away, Dans la Brume. Maxime Giroux, The Great Darkened Days, La Grande Noirceur.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to...
Jasmine Mozaffari.
Firecrackers!
This is Jasmine Mozaffari's first Canadian Screen Award for Achievement in Direction.
Really did not expect to win this, honest to God. I want to thank Telefilm Canada for supporting this film. This was a micro-budget feature. I want to thank my producing partner of many, many, many years, Caitlin Grabham, Paul Barkin, executive producer, Christy Neville, producer, Matt Code. There's so many people. Seville, Level Film. This film I made especially for women, about living in a patriarchal world. And I told it through, I hope, really real characters, and especially through the performances of Michaela Karimsky and Karina Evans, who are astonishing young actors who I think we'll hear more of. I think I'm one of the few women to win this award. I don't think I'll be the last, just watch. All right, thank you.
And now, from Mary Kills People, Caroline Davonair, and from Cardinal, Colleen Vanessa.
We are honored to be presenting the award for Best Motion Picture. Most of us here will remember the first time we were taken to the cinema and experienced a sense of wonderment at what we saw. The films nominated tonight offer audiences a chance to recapture that moment of movie magic.
When we think of our most successful filmmakers and producers, some names come easily to mind. But pay attention, the directors and producers behind these films are our next superstars.
This evening, it is our pleasure to come together in celebration of some of our brightest stars.
Here are the nominees for Best Motion Picture.
The nominees for Best Motion Picture are A Colony, Une Colonie. Family First, Chien de Garde. Genesis, Genèse. Just a Breath Away, Dans la Brume. The Great Darkened Days, La Grande Noirceur.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to...
Oh no. A Colony. Fanny Drew, Sarah Maniering.
A Colony also received the John Dunning Best First Feature Film Award.
We work behind the cameras, so this is really amazing.
I really want to thank all our financial partners, because I'm such a producer. Thank you to Téléfilm Canada, SEDEC, Fond Earl Bird, and Postmoderne. Without you, we wouldn't be able to shape our culture as we do. I also have 1,000 people to thank, but I won't do it. So I want to share this with all the cast and crew. You are amazing, and Geneviève, merci de faire nos films avec nous. On t'aime beaucoup.
This was... So, it's a film about first time, and it's our very first feature for all of us on stage tonight, so it's really meaningful to us. So thanks to everyone who believed in us. Thanks.
J'aimerais juste ajouter un dernier petit quelque chose. Je voudrais saluer les nominés qui étaient québécois ce soir. Sophie, Maxime, vous êtes des modèles pour nous. C'est extraordinaire d'être là ce soir et on partage ce prix avec vous. Thank you very much.
Still to come, the cast of Kim's Convenience plus Jan Arden presents Best Actor in a Drama.
The Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television would like to thank our leading media partner, CBC, and premier partner, Telefilm Canada. Following program is a live broadcast and may contain coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back to the 2019 Canadian Screen Awards, live from the Sony Centre. Now please welcome the star of Jan Arden.
Jan Arden is a lot of things. Singer, songwriter, author, producer, dog lover, pajama jean owner, an eventual award presenter. And recently, I made the transition from singing to acting for television in a sort of reverse Drake situation. But tonight, I have my sights set on something higher. I am ready for my viral awards show moment. With that in mind, I've been serving a lot of big reaction faces in the audience. A bit of Anyway, I thought I might trip and fall on my way up here, but it's laundry day and I'm not super happy with what's going on underneath this thing. So everyone loved when Beyonce revealed their baby bump on stage at an award show, but I'm afraid this baby is mostly shrimp and Kool-Aid. And since I'm here presenting Best Lead Actor in a Drama, I thought maybe I could call on the winner to hit me with a spontaneous smooch consensually. None of that Adrian Brody stuff. But I think I need something more because I'm new. God, it's hard keeping it so hardcore. And then I realized a man and a piano. Ladies and gentlemen, Alan Hocko. Alan, I have never needed you more than I need you tonight.
And I have never needed you.
You know, there could be 100 people in a room, but I can tell you this, it only takes one person to say, Jan, we absolutely cannot afford the rights to Shallow.
Can I tell you a secret? I think you might be a songwriter.
Let's take a look at the nominees for Best Actor in a Drama.
The nominees for Best Lead Actor Drama Series are Kim Coates, Bad Blood, Jerry O'Connell, Carter, Aaron Ashmore, Killjoys, Yannick Bisson, Murdoch Mysteries, Eric McCormick, Travelers.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to
Coates. Kim Coates.
This is Kim Coates' 4th Canadian Screen Award nomination and first win for Best Actor in a Drama.
Wow. Saskatoon, how's it going, eh? I really wasn't expecting this. I want to thank my wife, Diana, who couldn't be here this evening. She's been beside me for 4 other nominations, and I was never taken home one of these beauties before. So thank you, Diana, for having to stay home tonight. I love you. I'm bringing this home to you. I want to thank Natalie and Rodriguez and her incredible team over at Rogers for having the belief that I could actually play a bad guy. Well done, Natalie, and thank you so much. I want to thank the now generation of actor Brenna Coates and my generation of agentine Gail Abrams for being at my days tonight. I love you, ladies. Thanks for coming out. Look, here's the deal. There's a million people to thank, and that's the truth. All my cast is here this evening, pretty much. I love you all so much. I'm sharing this with you, and you know how much that you mean to me. Like the directors, everybody, the cast and the crew, Molly and Jeff, they were amazing. I love you all, and people who know me know that I do and will never stop talking about the people I work with and for, because I love you all very dearly, and this is shared with everybody on the crew, cast, producers, all that. 3 names I got to thank. José Valet, where are you, José? José Valet was, and will be the glue to this entire process of Bad Blood. I love you. I think you're amazing, and thank you for keeping it all together. I have to thank and share this with my brother by another mother, Michael Conovis. Where's Michael? Michael, you got your Beauty Award on Wednesday, and you couldn't be there, and Mark and I accepted it on your behalf. I want you to watch what I had to say. I love you. I share this with you. And finally, Mark Montefiore. Mark Montefiore, where are you, Mark? Yeah, you're over on the Letterkenny side. I don't know how that happened. You should be in the middle somewhere, and I love Letterkenny, but this is for you, brother. Everything I've ever done in this show with everybody here, it's because of you. Thank you so much. I love Canada. I've got the flag by my heart. Thank you for everything you're doing. This is a true honor, and keep it up. I love you all very much.
From Kim's Convenience, it's Uma and Appa. Oh, sorry. Jin Yoon and Paul Sun Young Lee.
I am so happy to be here tonight to present the award for Best Lead Actress Drama with my on-screen love of my life, Jean.
Aw, thank you, Paul. You're a great work husband.
That's it? Work husband? 25 years, Jean. 25 years we've known each other. Work husband.
Yeah, but you have hair back that time.
Yeah, so did you.
Yeah. You'll often hear people talk about how the cast and crew of a show becomes family, and it happens. It's happened for us on Kim's Convenience. We're a group of actors, crew, writers, producers who've all come together to create a fictional family and somehow, in the process, become family.
But there's also actual family represented here tonight. As you've seen, the Podemsky sisters. Shamir Anderson and Stephan James. Deepa Mehta and her daughter Devyani. The Levies. Catherine Reitman and her husband Philip Sternberg. It's absolutely incredible.
What we're saying is there's a whole lot of love in this room, and we're all so grateful to be here.
So now let's take a look at the nominees for Best Lead Actress Drama.
The nominees for Best Lead Actress Drama Series are Amy Beth McNulty, Anne with an E. Kristen Crook, Burden of Truth. Caroline Davernat, Mary Kills People. Wendy Crewson, The Detail. Melanie Scrofano, Winona Earp.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to...
So excited. Amy Beth McNulty.
This is the second Canadian Screen Award nomination and first win for Amy Beth McNulty.
Really didn't expect this. Okay. I'm a teenager. I wrote it down on my phone. Don't mind me. Thank you to Moira and Miranda for making this show. You gave me this opportunity, and I can't tell you how thankful I am. To Geraldine James and R.H. Thompson for inspiring me in the whole faking emotions department. There's a lot of people I want to dedicate this award to. It's Mother's Day in Ireland, so to my nan and my mum back home, Happy Mother's Day. You let me fly across to a different country and deal with this. It's insane. To every young person out there who doubts their voice, their mind, their power, I think we can now see in this last year and in the years before, the young folk are more than tech-obsessed and lazy. We are strong, capable, and willing to fight for our world, and when others, unfortunately, in a higher power are not. Speak loud like Greta Thunberg, have resilience like Malala, and listen to that inner voice. Live your life with no regrets. I'm so proud of you all. Thank you for inspiring me. This award is dedicated to you.
And now from the Big Brother house, Arissa Cox, and from the House of Commons, the Honorable Pablo Rodriguez.
As the host of Big Brother, I have to say, I'm happiest when there's a ton of messy drama in the house.
And as a politician, I generally try to avoid it.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
But tonight we're thrilled to be presenting the award for Best Drama Series.
Whether moving us, shocking us, or provoking further thought, tonight's nominated series invite us, ultimately, to empathize. However different their plots or varied their settings, at their cores is a fundamental interest in the drama of being human.
Alors, au nom du gouvernement du Canada, tonight's nominees make us proud to support our country's stories and our storytellers.
Here are the nominees for Best Drama Series.
The nominees for Best Drama Series are Anne with an E, Bad Blood, Blood and Water, Frankie Drake Mysteries, Vikings.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to
Anne with an E. Yes.
Anne with an E was up for 15 nominations this year and won 7.
How amazing. It has been such a joy to reimagine this quintessentially Canadian classic, contemporize it, bring fresh perspective, and share it with the world. When multiple generations of multicultural families sit down together to watch Anne with an E and see themselves reflected and represented, as a storyteller, it makes me feel like I've done something right, something good, something that matters. I'm so proud of this work that we're doing, proud of our brilliant cast, wonderful crew, our amazing writers, for their passionate commitment and breathtaking abilities.
We also want to thank our partners. Thank you to the CBC, especially Sally Cato for believing from the beginning, and to Netflix Netflix for letting us do what we do and for putting a Canadian show out into 191 countries in the world. This is for all our hardworking cast and crew. Keep on Canada.
Coming up, a special report from Jay Onlight and Dan O'Toole, and appearances from the stars of Corner Gas Animated.
Stay tuned for the presentation of the Cogeco Fund Audience Choice Award. The following program is a live broadcast and may contain coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to this SportsCenter with Jane Dan special report on the Canadian Screen Awards.
big night so far. We're here to review the evening's highlights.
First, to the lobby, where all 4 red wine ladies have so far not yet made it into the theater. We're getting reports of one of them accidentally buying a round of shots for the cast of Canada's Smartest Person Jr.
Hopeful fans have been trying to sneak into the theater. They're claiming to be lesser-known levies.
Of course, Stan and myself worked the red carpet earlier, dodging fans and paparazzi. Let's see a replay.
Okay. We weren't actually invited to the red carpet tonight.
Well, that's it from here. Coming up, a musical performance from the Property Brothers.
Look forward to that. And Splash and Boots, they've had a few cocktails. They're ready to tell the world what really went on behind the scenes during the Popcorn, Pickles, and Parrots tour. Yeah, they're about to get weird.
Please welcome the stars of Camilla, Elise Bowman and Natasha Nagovanes.
We are so excited to be presenting the 2019 Kojiko Fund Audience Choice Award, having been honored to win it last year and the year before, respectively.
This award gives audiences a voice. Through their votes on social media and the Academy website, fans of our vampire series Carmilla made it known that they were thirsty for positive LGBTQ+ representation on screen.
Millions of people voted for their favorite Canadian working in film, TV, or digital media. The short list of 10 has now been narrowed down to 3, and we are thrilled to be able to announce the winner to you tonight.
But first, let's meet our finalists. Dominique Provost-Chockley, Graham Wardle, and Catherine Burrell.
And the winner of the Kojiko Fund Audience Choice Award is
Dominique Provost-Chockley.
It's really heavy, isn't it? This is mental. I can't believe this is actually happening. I really want Kat to come up on stage with me because, come up here, please, Kat, go on. She's refusing, but she very sneakily told our fans to vote for me and not split the vote. So get your ass up here, my darling. Come on. Yeah, when I was trying to figure out if I won, what the hell I would say, the one thing that was staring back at me was my water bottle, which now seems like a very odd choice to bring a water bottle up on an award show. But it has on here, #FightForWynonna. I think, Kat, you'll agree with me here. This award is for every single ERPA out there that is fighting for positive change. We have the most incredible fan base of the most inspiring, beautiful human beings that are fighting for so much more than just a show. They're fighting for their right to positive representation. They're fighting for girl power. And so much more. This is for all of you guys. I can't believe you voted me up here. You guys are crazy. I want to also thank Emily Andres and Melanie Scrofano, who I'm here with tonight, my beautiful ladies. You completely changed my life, and I will be forever grateful. And thank you for making me realize that I can be a strong female character and still dress up as a fairy princess. Yeah, thank you to everyone.
From Kim's Convenience, please welcome Andrea Bag, Sinu, Leo, and Nicole Power.
Before we present
the next award, we'd like to take a moment to thank a group of people who have made tonight possible.
Yes, a huge thank you to PwC, the official professional services firm of the Canadian Screen Awards, and the counter of all the ballots cast this week.
We're also here to present the award for Best Reality Competition Program or Series.
So we'd also like to thank the group who makes this category possible, everyday Canadians doing extraordinary things.
Whether they're racing around the world, cooking up five-star cuisine, challenging their housemates or their classmates, or encountering the paranormal, tonight's nominees make watching TV an adventure.
Let's take a look.
The nominees for Best Reality Competition Program or Series are Big Brother Canada, Canada's Smartest Person Junior, Knock Knock Ghost, Master Chef Canada, The Amazing Race Canada.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to
The Amazing Race Canada.
This is the 5th Canadian Screen Award for this year for The Amazing Race Canada, with wins from Best Direction, Photography, Editing, and Golden Screen.
Academy, thank you so much. This is a terrific honor for all of us. I just, for starters, want to do a huge shout out to this wonderful group of producers I'm sharing the stage with tonight. They make this show happen. It's a very, very difficult show to produce, and they make it work. The other thing I'd just like to say is that we've been invited into communities and towns from coast to coast to coast in this incredible country of ours, and all of us feel like we're at home from one end of the country to the other. And so I must thank all those communities for being so welcoming, and all of our fans out there. Mark, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the Academy. Thank you to CTV, Randy, Mike, Pat, Corey, Robin, Danielle. Thank you for everything, for this amazing adventure. Thank you to our amazing team. Thank you to the racers. Thank you to our fellow nominees for telling Canadian stories for real people. Thank you so much, and remember, explore Canada. It's the best place in the world. Thank you for your support. Love you.
Coming up, Jerry O'Connell checks in on the Red Wine Ladies, and the winner of Best Comedy is revealed.
The Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television would like to thank PwC, our official professional services firm. Following program is a live broadcast and may contain coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Here to present the final award of the evening, 8-time Canadian Screen Award winner and creator of Corner Gas Animated, Brent Butt.
Hello, everybody. It is an absolute honor to be here presenting at the Canadian Screen Awards. And right after being named one of Canada's 200 sexiest writers under the age of 60. I'm having a hell of a week.
Yoo-hoo! Brent, what's going on? Wanda said that we were all doing this together.
Nope, I said he was presenting on behalf of all of us. Is that what you're gonna wear?
No, it's laundry day.
Sassy, looks like you're going for high tea with Ric Flair.
Hey, Brent, when are we going to Toronto for that award show? Because
Hey, go Jays!
What the hell are you doing in a monkey suit, jackass?
Oh, you never support Brent in anything. It's no wonder he craves attention and has to be in the spotlight all the time.
I don't have to be in the spotlight.
Freeze!
You're all going down.
And scene. Any producers out there looking to do a new cop show?
We can bring our own guns.
Okay, you know what? Just give me a second here.
Is he going to the bathroom?
Look, you're kind of cramping my style here. Can you all just go back to Dog River?
We are in Dog River.
So are you now.
God, I don't know how any of this works. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. And I'm sorry if I ripped any holes in any dimensional fabrics of space-time or whatever. It's all very beyond me. Let's just move on with the awards. Here are the nominees for Best Comedy Series.
The nominees for Best Comedy Series are Letterkenny, Mr. D, Schitt's Creek, Second Gen, Working Moms.
And the Canadian Screen Award goes to Schitt's Creek.
This is Schitt's Creek's third nomination and second win for Best Comedy Series.
The team of writers that make this show happen. David Westreed, Rupinder Gill, Mike Short, and everyone in the writers' room who broke this wonderful season of TV. In Schitt's Creek, we are writing a world that examines the transformational effects of love when the threat of hate and intolerance has been removed from the equation. And while that's not a reality for many, our goal is to shine a light out there that asks the question, what if it was? Wouldn't we all be happier if we were able to love out loud? With that, I would like to thank our amazing cast and hand it over to my dad.
He's done such an amazing job on this show. I'm just so proud. Also, I'd like to thank Sally Caddo and CBC. Sally's been so supportive, unwavering in her support. Pop, Brad Schwartz, and everybody at Pop TV for looking after our show south of the border, and everybody at ITV for getting our show out around the world. Thank you so, so much.
Well, that brings the 2019 Canadian Screen Awards to a close. Thank you for supporting Canadian film, television, and digital content. Audiences and fans like you make it possible for actors and creators like us to get up here in our fancy pants and take home shiny trophies that look like they want to constantly hug us, which I hope they do because, frankly, we need the validation. So congratulations to all the nominees and all the winners, but the real winner is whoever the last person is to close down the after party. I'm looking at you, Levy. I'm looking at all you levies. Good night, everybody.
For one, I'm proud of us for staying up this late.
It's 9:49.
Yeah.
Are you going to the after party?
No, Jan Arden.
Never up this late.
Great show. Whew. Jan, listen, I'm gonna hit this after party. I love these things. I sort of lose control. You never know what'll happen.
You know, I think I can rally.
I feel good.
Yeah, move it, Arden. He's quick.
With a roll. We can.
All right, I'll go to the effing after party.
Absolute mess.
Billy, I'm crying.